Hi friends, I'm Phil and I'm a poet just like you. I don't want to single anyone out here, so I'll just ask all of you. What does it mean to be together? What do you think of when you hear the word? You probably think about being close to people, like this. But the truth is, being near someone might be completely by chance. Hey Phil, we've got one more seat free on the roller coaster. Cool. Oh, are you two here together? Oh no, I don't even know this guy. Oh, cool, come on. Being together isn't just about being nearby. It's something we do on purpose or with a purpose. When you get together with someone, you're going to pay attention to them, not just occupy the same space. If you work together or exercise together or host a YouTube show together, you're getting together for a shared purpose. Hey! Gotta go. Where did he go? There's another seat available on the roller coaster. Actually, sentences are kind of the same way. We bring words together with intention, meaning that we put them together in a certain order with the purpose of saying something specific. In fact, I've got some words for you. Poet time for its show episode another. I mean, it's time for another episode of Poet Show It. I'm a poet. You're 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 a poet. So come and show it. You're a poet. So now that we're here together, what's our purpose? Well, to read and celebrate some amazing poems, of course. And why do we get together to do that? There is power in numbers. Because we are together with a purpose, we have the power to make someone feel amazing. That's why birthday parties normally have more than one person. That's why building buildings, making books, growing food, playing sports, celebrating poets, doing almost anything that's amazing takes people working or playing together with one purpose. If we want to change the world or throw a good birthday party, UK! We need to do it together. Working together is how we accomplish things. There's a quote my friend Alex really likes. Teamwork makes the dream work. And I think it fits really well. So today, we've gathered together some poems by poets that have their own perspective on being together, or not being together, and how it makes them feel. I hope you'll bring paper and pencil together and write a poem, and if you do, and you'd like to share it with me, and maybe all of us, you can get your parents' help to go to poetshowit.com to send it in. All right, I think that show intro came together pretty nicely. Let's get started. Poem number 1, Dolls by Annalise, who just finished up first grade at Orion Oaks Elementary. One of the best things about friends is that when you get together, you have a ton of stuff to talk about and to do. Annalise's poem does a great job of capturing that excitement. I love dolls. Do you love dolls? We love dolls together. I like sparkle. Do you like sparkle? We love sparkle together. So we love dolls. So we love dolls. Everybody loves dolls together. Yay! Amazing. First things first, the positive energy in this poem is through the roof. If playing dolls together is as much fun as reading your poem about playing dolls together, sign me up. In addition to the pure joyful energy in the poem, Annalise does an amazing job of using repetition to create a great rhythm throughout. In fact, this is such a good example. Let's talk for just a second about repetition. Repetition is repeating something or saying something that's slightly different in the same way multiple times. It's used all the time in poetry and music to create rhythm. It can be used by saying the exact same words, like in the chorus of a song, or it can be used by setting up maybe slightly different words in the same way. Like Annalise, she doesn't repeat all the same words, but she uses repetition by having her 3 stanzas built in the same way. Each one is 3 sentences long, and it ends with the word together. Even more, she starts the first stanza with an I statement, I love dolls, and then a you question, do you love dolls? And then a we statement, we love dolls together. I, you, we. The second stanza, she does the exact same thing. I like sparkle, do you like sparkle? We love sparkle together. Then in the third stanza, she keeps the 3 sentences, but now that she knows that you love dolls too, she doesn't even bother with the I and you. She doesn't even split you up anymore. You're in this together. So we love dolls. So we love dolls. Everybody loves dolls together. What an amazing example of what it means to be together. By the end of the poem, she's not even talking to the reader as if they're a different person anymore. Annalise, I love this poem. Do you love this poem? We all love this poem. Together. Thank you so much for sharing it. Poem number 2. Alone by the Phone by Noelle. Noelle is in Mrs. Pulliam's class at Weber Elementary. While Annalise, in her poem, was completely ecstatic about hanging out with a friend and having something to share, Noelle has an amazing poem with a very different take on being together, or rather, not being together. I was alone, by the phone, waiting for a call. Really no one? At all? Well, I waited and waited and waited. I straightened my smile, my weird type of face. My heart slowed to a slow type of pace. Nobody there. Nobody here. I guess I'm still alone by the phone. This poem is amazing. It's super relatable. It's really fun to read, even though it's not a happy poem. And Noelle expertly uses a bunch of poetry tools to make sure she communicates her meaning in a really creative way. She has some great meaningful rhymes right at the beginning, but she does something else here that you may have noticed that's really cool. She ends each line with a period, and it makes us read the poem the way she wants us to read it, so we feel what it feels like to be alone by the phone. I was alone, period, by the phone, period, waiting for a call, period. But there's another thing. I also love the periods because it reminds me of how I write a phone number. 555.1234. And those dots break up the chunks of numbers. Well, in here, the dots are breaking up the chunks of her thoughts, but it looks like a phone number in that way to me. Then, in the second stanza, she uses some awesome repetition right up front. I waited and waited and waited to make us feel like we are there for a really long time right with her. Then I absolutely love the line, I straightened my smile, my weird type of face. It's so unique, but it paints an amazing picture. She's feeling left out, like someone isn't calling or her friends aren't calling. And so whenever that happens to me, I start to wonder if it's my fault, if I did something wrong, if they don't like me anymore, and I start to blame myself. So my weird type of face to me sounds like something I would say when I was feeling a little bit down, when no one had called me, and I was like, well, maybe it's my weird face that nobody likes. I get it. And then my heart slowed to a slow type of pace. The repetition of slowed and slow reminds me of just above. I waited and waited and waited. And it tells us that Noelle is sitting there and her heart is slowing out of complete boredom. Then nobody there, nobody here. I love these two together. Nobody there reminds me of the phrase, is anybody there? Like you're calling out to see if someone is there. And then nobody here is, no one has arrived here to alleviate my boredom and talk to me. Then she uses even more periods in the last stanza to slow us down and make sure we understand just how bored she really is. I guess, period, I'm, period, still, period, alone, period, by, period, the, period, phone, period. This poem is exceptional. Thank you so much for sharing it with us, Noelle. And if you're really just sitting bored by the phone, I hope you'll grab a pencil and paper and maybe write some more poems. If you do, I'd love to read them. Poem number 3. I Love My School by Liv. Liv is in Mrs. Cardinal's class at Stadium Drive Elementary. One of the places that we get together the most, when we're not in quarantine, of course, is at school. And if this poem is any indication, Liv's school sounds like a pretty good place to go. School is lots of fun. At recess, you play in the summer sun. Teachers are cool. You learn so much in school. When you go to school, you can take a bus or you can take a car if you must. In school, you meet many friends. There is learning from start to end. What a great poem by Liv. And awesome illustrations, too. Not only do we have a beautiful image of the school, but I love how she puts hearts above her eyes and little faces in all of the double O's, so you just know she's in a very good mood the entire time. Liv's entire poem is written in rhyming couplets, groups of 2 lines together. And they not only rhyme, but they make sense together in the story. I especially love the couplet, when you go to school, you can take a bus or you can take a car if you must. It's so good and accurate because a lot of times if I was ever taking a car to school, it would be because I missed the bus, or I had a doctor's appointment, or there was some other reason that I had to. In the last couplet, she says, in school you meet many friends. There is learning from start to end. And first of all, yeah, you do. You get to meet a lot of cool friends at school. But also, there is learning from start to end. It helps me remember that not all of the learning we do is in class. The teachers teach us a lot, but we also learn a lot from figuring out how to work together to make things happen. If you want to get a game started, like tag or soccer or anything on the playground, you need lots of students and friends to play together. They all have to agree on the rules and work together with a purpose to have fun. Thank you, Liv, for sharing this amazing poem with us. I grant you extra credit, and I hope you'll be able to get back to school and back to your friends very soon. Poem number 4, Summer by Lily. Lily is in Mrs. Abraham Whitehead's class at Stadium Drive Elementary. While Liv wrote a great poem about going to school and hanging out with your friends there, Lily wrote an amazing poem about hanging out with all your friends together in the summer. Summer, summer, it's finally here. Good thing I have my bathing suit on. Come on, let's go, let's go. This means that we will have pool parties. We will run around in the sprinklers and play with our neighbor friends. This will be so much fun. No more quarantine. Cowabunga! Splash! That poem has so much energy, it feels like a pool party, doesn't it? Lily talks about it like she's there already. Good thing I have my bathing suit on. Come on, let's go, let's go. I love the list of summer activities, pool parties, sprinklers, running around with the neighbors, and she talks about them with such enthusiasm. I feel like she's yelling this to us right before she runs away and goes and jumps in the pool. The way she ends this poem is perfect, yelling cowabunga as she jumps into the pool with a giant splash. You can even see her illustration of the splash, in case you weren't sure if Lily's cannonball was huge. Thank you for such an amazing poem and for welcoming us into your pool party, Lily. And thank you all for hanging out with me and all of us together today. We got really excited about sharing our dolls, a little bummed out about sitting home alone by the phone, remembered how much we love school, and even got to attend an awesome pool party. Lily, make sure you give Noelle a call next time. I'm sure she would love to attend one of your parties. I hope you'll find some time to write your own poems. And if you do, and you'd like to share them with me, and maybe we could read them all together, get your parents' help to go to poetshowit.com to send them in. For more poetry readings, workshop videos, or episodes of this show, you can check out my channel. From the Poetry Workshop, I'm Phil. I'll see you next time, and until then, keep writing.